Hello, I know we are an hour early, but we have an engagement to go to tonight at 7 o'clock.
An engagement?
We actually have a dinner. We've asked out to dinner by our daughter, and we are leaving Milwaukee tomorrow morning. Headed back down south. So to see her dad, and then to then back up to the somewhere to watch the leaves due in September and October.
Hey, everybody.
But we decided to come on a little early. Maybe we'll have a few people on here. Good to see y'all.
Hey, Dorothy, Maddie, and Aaron, and Sandra.
I'm glad to see everybody tonight.
Tonight's our last night to go to dinner with our daughter. She has absolutely worn us out. She has missed us so bad. And so, yeah, we're excited about seeing her.
Going to eat Mexican tonight.
Yeah, we're eating Mexican
Very
tonight.
good Mexican restaurant. And I'm really trying to watch my weight, and it's not going to help me tonight. But I've got to lose weight. What are you doing? Are you going to show them what you bought today?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, y'all. I told y'all that I was going to show y'all this. All right. Maggie and Gracie will know. All right. The Cheese Mart. Have a good day. Anyway, let me show you what I bought. And you can call and possibly order this. Oops, where's your... Look at that. Chocolate cheese with walnuts. It does taste just like fudge. It is delicious.
I'll put that back in the refrigerator?
Yeah, in just a minute. It'll be all right.
Okay. But we decided to go on an hour early so that we could make sure we're over there in time tonight.
Are you winking at me? Huh?
Our dogs, especially Maggie, she's been very vocal today.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, Bob,
Karen,
how you?
Leslie. Aaron, you'd love this cheese. It tastes just like fudge. Mm-hmm. I made fresh banana nut bread last night.
I wanted to start off. I got a few people I want to. We're going to talk about the summer and talk about Michael Vaughn and some other cases we've covered. But I've also got a few missing people I want to go over because these people are out there and somebody knows something. Somebody knows where they're at. But I want to show you this one first. This is the photo. Somebody posted a missing person. This person, and they said only photo available. Now, why would they take a picture? I mean, there's no way you could ever figure out who this person was. You know, I saw that and I just said, yeah, I gotta
show that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. This is a young mother.
Oh, Aaron's got the flu.
Moo, yuck. I had that.
I'm sorry, Aaron.
I had it in March last year. This is Angela Marie Fala. She's a missing mother. You can see this dog.
Okay, is there a reason?
In Dina's face over here to the side, Maggie.
Oh my God!
I gotta get out of this just a second.
Maggie, this. What is your problem?
Maggie has been getting on the couch.
She is so neat. She's in my lap.
She's all the way on the couch. See it right here,
Maggie. You're gonna have to get down.
Maggie, I do not know why she's being all needy with us.
Oh! You're scratching me with those long toenails. Get down.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know why she's being all needy tonight. Stop. But
golly.
But she is.
Dog is crazy.
Anyway, she is 26 years old.
She's not no baby.
5'5",
Karen, she weighs
130.
Maggie weighs about 85 pounds. She ain't no baby.
Yeah, I think she weighs probably closer to 95 right now. This girl's got brown hair and brown eyes. Got some tattoos, they're pretty noticeable there. But also, I read the write-up on it. And this girl supposedly has a boyfriend, a very violent boyfriend. That could be where she's missing too. She reported she left without her phone, purse, shoes, any personal items. It's not like her to leave her two young children and not have been in contact with her mother, who is currently has her children. And this was missing out of, I believe, Florida. Let's see.
Yeah, Pam, she does think she's a lap dog.
Yeah. And I blame my son on that, because my son all the time lets her get up in his lap, and she puts her paws on both sides of his shoulders, and he'll hug her just like she's a little puppy. I blame him for that. But anyway, this girl's missing, and the police have said, I think it is, she has a very violent boyfriend. So I think that he is probably the one they need to question more often.
Hey, Barbie doll.
This one here is missing out of the United Kingdom. Jamie Lee Wilson. I know we have some people that watch ours from England. Jamie Lee Wilson is from Gordonoma area, Belfast. I thought Belfast was in Ireland, but it says Belfast, United Kingdom. She was last seen midday Tuesday, the 10th of August, 2021, leaving the Turf Lodge area, heading in the direction of Springfield Road. Her car had been located in
Dundrod
with her personal belongings, including her phone, bank card, and pink jacket in the car. It has been there since Tuesday. Jamie is described as approximately 5'4", slim build, with long blonde hair and blue eyes. She was last seen wearing a blue jeans and a pink jacket. And they asked anybody who know her whereabouts to call the Woodbourne Police Department there in the United Kingdom. I'm going to show you. This is a very beautiful girl.
I love that one with her with curly hair.
4 pictures there of her.
Yeah, I sent them
Yeah,
separate.
you did.
Okay.
And I got this one, the one that I decided to show.
Okay.
Very pretty girl. And this girl that I'm going to show now missing comes out of Alabama. This is out of Huntsville, Alabama. We actually went to school, and we went to school in Huntsville and graduated from Butler High School in Huntsville and grew up basically in Huntsville.
Got married in Huntsville?
Got married on Redstone.
Well, same thing.
She's missing since June the 11th, 2021. She's 5'6", 115 pounds, brown hair, hazel eyes. She's 17 years old. She's last seen June the 11th from Huntsville, Alabama. Her case file does not have any information regarding the circumstances surrounding her disappearance. Said if you know anything about her whereabouts, please contact Huntsville Police Department, and that's in the state of Alabama, or 1-800-THE-LOST.
Okay, when does it say she's missing there?
June the 11th.
Okay, well, I'm wondering, is this a habitual runaway? Because Jordan Wright, age 17, missing 10/15/2020 from Huntsville, Alabama.
Oh, Yeah, same girl.
So this is not her first rodeo.
Probably a habitual runaway. But the problem with that is that they can get sucked into human trafficking
Right.
or
But it's not her first.
prostitution.
That's not her first time to run away.
No.
That's sad.
And I'm wondering if she's in the system too. Okay, well, I went back. I wanted to cover some cases that we have in the past and still highlight. As we know, this is Michael Joseph Vaughn. He's age 5, white male, 3'7", 50 pounds, blonde hair, blue eyes, and last seen wearing a Minecraft shirt. They have really searched everywhere for this child. They've had thermal imaging helicopters, the FBI, dog teams. The whole town is just a real small town called Fruitland, Idaho, and it's just totally tore him up. I really think because of circumstances, he probably was snatched. Now I don't know. They're not coming out and saying that. So I don't know. Anybody have any ideas? What is your thoughts on this? You know, I think the neighbor, didn't you say the neighbor?
Yeah, we talked about that today. Tommy kind of thought that it might be a situation where the dad, did something. But I told him, I said, a mother wouldn't leave her children with a dad that had an uncontrollable temper, and that the neighbor walked him back to the house. She didn't walk him up to the house. She walked him to the sidewalk. And then turned around and she went back, and he hasn't been seen since. So, and you were talking this afternoon about, neighborhoods and how everybody watches out for everybody. But remember that thing you just read the other day about the grandfatherly guy that was taking pictures, asked the parents, can I take the pictures? Well, he was the grandfather of the neighborhood, and he ended up being a pedophile.
Yeah.
So you don't know your neighbors. You don't know what goes on behind closed doors.
Yeah, that's for sure. I guess
Hey,
I'm
Brittany.
thinking of the in the old days, more or less. But they have searched everywhere, and what could have happened is he could have wandered down the road and somebody offered him a ride, and he got in the wrong car. I mean, I think about that. The mother that was in the car studying or something, and while her 2 kids were out there playing in the playground 30 yards away from her, and a man comes up and kidnaps one of her girls, and that she's gone, have never seen her since. So anything's possible.
Brittany has a question for you. When a body is found, is that the day they put as the death date? No,
the coroner or whoever does the autopsy, first of all, for instance, if you go out on the scene and you find a dead body, and they call the police, detectives come up, and the coroner, sometimes I've seen, actually, they won't take the body right away to the funeral home. I've seen them do not me personally, but I know of cases where they've done a preliminary autopsy right there on the scene. They'll actually break them open. They'll do all this right there if it's something they need. Right. It's very odd to do that, but I've heard of it being done. Now, what they will do, though, they will stick a thermometer in their liver, and they'll find the temperature of their liver, and that tells a range of time.
And also the maggots.
Yeah, and the liver is the one thing. If they're warm enough still or whatever to have some liver temperature, they can tell within a certain reason of how many hours they've been dead from. So then they'll make a determination later on about what their time of death was. But they'll also know once you die, and if you're outside, especially, or even in a house or anywhere, animals will, these flies, maggots, and blowflies and everything will accumulate in your body, like they will come in through your nose and your mouth, ears, and other orifices in your body. And people know, police officers know that study this, and coroner can tell by the insects about the body how long they've been dead. I mean, there's only it's in within a certain amount of hours when maggots come, and then a certain amount of hours when the blowflies and
Well,
those
tell them
come.
how they know that.
And because of most of them, because of the body farm that's in Tennessee,
That's right.
they've got if you've never heard of the body farm, you can go to Google and just Google the body farm, and they have a large area, and it's run, the people that actually oversee this thing, I've seen the picture of them. It's like 8 or 9 girls that are actually women that are forensic pathologists, students, and all this, that monitor the body farm. I thought it'd be the other way around. It shows how chauvinistic I guess I am, and that way. But they do, and what they'll do, they'll take body. People donate their body to science. They'll take a body and lay them out there, and they'll watch as things happen to the body and record it, and it builds a kind of like a fact history of that. It's really kind of amazing if you want to read about it. It is kind of gross, but when you think about it, we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. It just depends. My uncle donated his body to science. I don't think I want to do that, but
you can't.
Who knows?
You're going to be cremated, and I'm going to sprinkle you all over America.
Hey, AK, thank you, buddy. I do appreciate it.
Hey, AK.
Yes, I am a retired law enforcement, if anybody doesn't know, but I am. I do appreciate it, AK. Absolutely. But it's kind of an interesting deal. I mean, officers can go up there, and they can go to, there's schools up there that actually take you, and they will study the different stages of decomposition and all that,
Sorry, was police interview with parents and Mucky's aunt?
I don't know. I looked today trying to see if they polygraphed them or if they offered them a polygraph, and I have not seen that. If they did, or the police are not saying anything about it. They say they are cooperating. I don't know if they all are cooperating with that much or not. I would think that they would have polygraphed the dad because he was with him by himself. The mother was at work. Any other person that were been there, I feel like they would have asked them, will you take a polygraph? And if they did, they could probably rule them out. If you take a polygraph and pass it, the police will concentrate on something else. It's very, very difficult, unless there's certain things that were in your initial interview. And it's like I talked about this before. If you ever take a polygraph, they'll give you about a 2-hour interview before you take your polygraph.
Christy, thanks for being a first-time viewer.
Yes, thank you very much. Welcome.
She wanted to know if we were just doing children.
No, Christy, we will feature anyone that's missing.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you, Karen. We do appreciate the super sticker. We really do. We will do anybody. If you have anybody that you'd like us to cover, you can send our email right down there below my face, the missing live stream at gmail.com, and I will do everything in my power to find out about them and cover them.
Hey,
so we have 11-year-old baby
11-month-old
baby girl missing. Both parents and friend are in jail. I think I read that.
I did too. I tried to send it to you and I forgot to. Yeah, the
Hello,
dad,
Roy and Becky. We do
somebody took it
appreciate you being here.
Yes, we do. We watch you guys all the time.
Yeah, we do. If you don't know, Roy and Becky's travels, they're on pretty much every day.
About 12 o'clock.
About 12 o'clock in the daytime on YouTube as a live stream. Go over and watch them. It's very entertaining.
Mercedes Lane. Yeah, that's who it was, Roy.
Yeah, I had read something about that. Do they know anything about?
They don't know where the baby is. They've caught the man that left with the baby.
Mm-hmm.
The parents have been arrested. The man's been arrested, but they have no idea where the baby is.
That's bad. CRM. Yes, a stepfather or
A lot of times, stepfather is involved. Stepfather or the boyfriend, if he's jealous of the children.
Seattle. Hello from Seattle.
I saw a news report.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. We do appreciate the subscriptions for our other channel, the 1 Million Mile Road Trip. We are trying to build our sub base over there. We do appreciate it.
Roy said,
all 3 different stories, and they're in the drug scene. Yeah, and you know what? A lot of times this is, especially if the kid they're going to jail, they can be around that type of atmosphere environment, and it could be somebody sold them for drugs. We're seeing that a lot more. We could have been somebody that
just trade them for a hit.
Take the baby. What we hope happens is they take the baby away from them, even if it's somebody, say, I'm going to take this baby out of this situation, and they take it to a safe place and then work on the way to get it to the police. But most hospitals have a thing where you can take a baby, it doesn't matter why, and drop that baby off in the emergency room and no questions asked.
Fire departments too.
Fire departments, right. So it's a way for people to, that maybe can't handle it anymore.
Did you see what Sketty said?
Do it now.
Sketty said 17 teens went missing in Texas this summer.
I was reading that. They found the remains, I think, are two or three in Mexico. Wasn't it in Mexico? 43 of us in Mexico turned up missing students. I didn't hear about the 17 missing in Texas. There were 43 missing in Mexico, and they found the remains of 3, but they can't find where they went. Haven't seen the video 1,000 Trails. I need to check it out. Yes, please do. Please check that out. We actually release a video on our other channel every Sunday at 12, but we're going to try to start doing some live streams also in there. We haven't decided when. It just depends on where we're at and what's going on.
Yeah, now we start traveling tomorrow.
It will be, we haven't decided which way we're going yet, but we'll be headed to
south.
Tennessee.
We're headed to the sun, the south.
Mm-hmm. Like living
2
on
adult
the sun.
brothers. Oh, wow. Look at that. There are 2 adult brothers missing in Tennessee. They were ginseng gatherers. That's a dangerous.
Yeah.
We watched some.
Yeah, her dad's got a farm down there, and he's got ginseng on his farm, but it's not a huge amount.
No, but those 2 brothers missing, those we saw gathering in that when they did that show live.
Mm-hmm.
What? It's like one of these live shows you watch. They would gather and people would shoot at them and everything.
Yeah, it's $1,000 a pound.
Yeah, what was it?
For the roots.
They don't tell them what they're paying now. We're not in the South.
We're not in the. We're from the South.
Yeah.
We're from Alabama and South Tennessee.
Ginseng
but
is used in a lot of Chinese medicine.
Yeah, it is. Ginseng is big time in the Orient.
Yeah.
we grew up around North Alabama, South Tennessee, and we've lived in South Alabama probably
25 years.
25 years, most of our marriage.
Yeah,
actually.
most of our marriage.
Southern accents, God talks like we do.
Roy, you're right. People can get killed gathering that ginseng. Is your back feeling better, Roy? I saw this morning where you said your back was hurting. 28 girls. Lauren Moyer wrote an article that says 28 teen girls missing this summer.
But a lot of these, if you go over to NamUs, I don't know if y'all know what NamUs is. NamUs is a free site. They want you to register, but you don't have to actually. But it's run by the government, and what it is every police officer that does a report, they usually put the information in NamUs, and it's a national. Then it's got an acronym for NamUs, but it tells. You can see how many people are missing, what city they're missing. You can search it by the city, the date, female, male, Asian, Native American, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Strawberry Wine, we're well aware of tropical
storms. We used to live on the Gulf Coast, and we actually stayed. I was a police officer at the time, and I used to sleep in my office. I was in narcotics and was in charge of the narcotics unit, and I used to sleep inside my office during hurricanes, all the hurricanes on the island. And
me and the kids stayed. For several.
If it's not a 3 or 1 or 2, she'd stay.
I stayed for 3. Opal was a 3, I think. Yeah. I stayed for Opal.
A 1 or 2 would stay at the house because our house was up off the ground.
I love storms. I could have been a storm chaser, and so could he.
Yeah, for sure. And then, of course, we got Summer Wells. She is still missing. 5 years old. And also with this Michael Vaughn, he is 5 years old also. I just think that is weird. I think that, in my opinion, she didn't walk away from her house. I don't believe she was stolen from the house. There's a lot of things that they've said, and the sheriff's department said that the online people have disrupted their investigation. I don't know what he's talking about, other than people I think have psychics and everything have been calling in saying you need to check here, you need to check there.
Yeah, child trafficking is a huge issue.
Yes.
And 5-year-old looking as cute as that little girl.
And I'm going to tell you something, human trafficking is a huge issue.
Yeah.
When I was in law enforcement, we dealt with it in narcotics all the time. People are being human trafficked in one way or another. And I know you think human trafficking is automatically prostitution, but that is a small part of it. They had where they were a lot of these foreign. They would advertise in Russia and Romania and Haiti and Jamaica and everything for workers, beach workers, souvenir shop workers. And what they would do, they would get them come over here. They would promise them the moon, and when they come over here and they get a job making $8 or $10 an hour, they would take $2 an hour of their paycheck. They would put them in apartments. They'd have to pay $400 a month for the apartment. However, there'd be 15 people living in this one apartment.
Yep. They would have locks on the outside of the bedrooms.
Some were involved in prostitution, but you imagine that. There was one organization down there that we worked with, the State Department, that had 450 workers in their organization. They were taking $2 an hour, so that's $900 an hour that they were taking. And here's where the problem was. They were all foreign workers. When they took their passports and held their passports and told them either you would do this or do that, or um, don't report this stuff to the police, or we're going to kill your family back in Russia or wherever, or stuff like that. That is a problem.
Look what Christy said.
A fellow people who cover up the border and has one person who stood out so bad. Clearly, he was dark skinned with blonde hair and blue eyed girl. A fellow people who cover the border. Wow. Yeah. And we had these two girls that came in, and we were questioning them about a situation where these people took a passport, and these two guys that were controlling them came up to the police department. And once these girls knew that these guys were anywhere around, they went crazy. They just went crazy.
Okay. Sorry, Sandra, I didn't get that.
Yeah, I think that they're not going to look too far from home to find out what happened to that girl. That little boy, a little girl.
But the little boy, I think, we've got a lot of new people on here.
Guy who had, yeah.
Okay, you ought to tell them about when you did the pedophile sting.
Yeah, a little bit for the new people on board here. I am retired law enforcement. I did 33 years in law enforcement. I also did most of my career was spent in narcotics, although I did work homicide, robbery, rape task force, and a few other things. And then I was in charge of narcotics, and I was in charge of a cyber crime task force, which what we did was that we posed on, thank you, Maui. We posed online to be children, and when we had these pedophiles and all try to contact us, and they were trying to basically get us to do all kinds of what they described on the computer sexual acts and meet them to have sex with them. They thought we were kids. We were posing as young females and young males, which in the end we arrested 29 in 1 week, and that at the time was the largest arrest in the Southeast United States. And they were adults. They were involved. I mean, there wasn't. You would think, oh, well, this low lives, whatever. These were engineers, police officer brothers, a Navy pilot, professionals, and there were some that were, they just basically didn't have jobs. They worked, they were sex offenders or whatever, but most of them had never been arrested, never been caught. So we don't know what, they were into, I think personally that the Summer Wells case will be solved closer to home. I don't think that she ever left the property. I've heard, well, it could be a near drowning. Something happened, but I think that, it's just too many stories. And, you've got a lot of good YouTubers out there that are doing a good job on this. And, I think, what is it? Chris McDonald, he has really been interviewing a lot of the family. So maybe we'll find out. I believe that, it will be solved. I don't think that there's this situation of it not being solved, but I think she will be found. However, I don't think it's going to be a great ending. Unfortunately, unless she's been taken and trafficked, um, it's not going to be a nice ending. And I checked right before I came on. No new stuff and no information is new on either one of these cases that we talked about. Yes, Dorothy, I remember that. Unfortunately. And then you remember the two boys out of Cal City, California. They are pretty much being investigated by Bakersfield. And I would have Orrin West and Orson West. I really, really thought that this case would have been resolved by now. I really did. I really thought that they might have made an arrest in this case a lot sooner. I think there is a reward of $125,000 now. I think that's it. But I really felt like that they would have something. I don't believe in this case, I don't believe that the dad, the foster father, I don't believe that those kids ever made it to Cal City. I think whatever happened to them in Bakersfield. Um, what do y'all think about that? We got all these. I know we have, I think they said 800,000 children disappear in the United States every year. Oh, hold on just a minute. That's our son. He's going to have to call back. Um, I think I read somewhere, and you got to offer to come out, California law enforcement plan. Yeah, listen, I think law enforcement in Bakersfield, um, they probably have a good idea on who did it or who's involved in it, but it's just like the Barry Morphew case out of with Suzanne Morphew. It took almost to the day, almost a year, for them to come up with an arrest on Barry. So they may have information that they know who did it, they know who's involved, but they may feel like they need to find the boys' remains. I don't believe these boys are alive either, unfortunately. The mother of the children didn't have custody of them, so I know they're not there. Skitty, why do you think that? Why do you think the grandmother had anything to do with it? I mean, I've looked at that too, and I know they did serve a search warrant out there, but do you have a reason why you think that? I don't know. It's a sad situation anyway. We got three individual cases there that are pretty much covered on social media, and there's nothing, you know. Yeah, I tell you, you really cannot say enough on. You got to watch out for your kids and your grandkids. You got to. Um, I did also uh, look at the Leah Cavett case that we covered. I don't know if you ever remember that. We covered that case um, where the Alabama witch doctor, self-proclaimed witch doctor, claims that he talked to her online, and then she ended up just going down to Florida out of the blue to meet this um, person, and she ended up disappearing. Um, her baby was found. She had a little small child, and it was found roaming around a apartment complex early in the morning, just walking around the complex. But I think he was 2 or 3 years old. 3 years old. So um, they ended up calling police on the child. Child got picked up, and through social media, they developed that they believed that what happened was that the mother was kidnapped, murdered, and the child was let go. Thank God that the child was let go. Um, the FBI ended up searching the landfill after a cell phone which this witch doctor had got seized, and he talked about work, asking when the dumpster runs, commercial dumpsters run, what times they run, and all that. So I think they had him on video tossing some of the things that the children's toys and some of her luggage uh, into the garbage dumpsters, and some under other items that could possibly have been a human body. So they did go out with about 50 to 100 FBI agents and searched the landfill. And I had a picture I wanted to show you, but I couldn't find it. It was all of these FBI agents in these white Tydex suits. They're only around here, and they got these breathing apparatuses on, and they were lined up, maybe 200 or 300 of them, and they were going through the trash with rakes. But here's the thing: uh, the witch doctor, claims that he had a job in the Everglades, and he would drive to the Everglades every day. So, um, if he had dumped the body in the Everglades, alligators, snakes, animals, you may never find them. You think it was action violence? No, no. Hmm. I don't know. Skitty, I don't know how much investigation they've done on the grandmother. But if you watch that interview where they interviewed the parents, they had the press conference, and the father had his hands like this under his arms like that. That is crossing yourself out here in front, is big time body language. Is basically putting a wall up in front of you. Um, but and the guys brother is head of the NAACP in that area too. So I don't know the whole deal with that. I know that they had cameras outside at the neighbor's house, and he should have seen the little boy leaving, or two little boys leaving. And two, I always thought it was weird. The guy comes out of his house, jumps in this white van, and starts driving around the neighborhood when he's got these two fields right beside the house. Why don't you go out there and check those fields first? I just didn't think it was realistic. And I don't know if you saw this at the front of this video. I don't have this girl's name. I mean, this is what somebody posted, a missing person. How? Let me see if I can knock off that banner I got running. And yeah, this is Mac Bell, 15 years old, missing 8/5/2021 from Miami, Florida. But who takes a picture like this? And the mama and daddy said that's the only picture that they had available. I mean, how do you expect somebody to go out and search for her, even a police officer, if you give them a picture like that? I just shake my. Sometimes I just shake my head and I wonder what in the world are they thinking. Yeah, Rose, I've always thought that the adopted parents are involved and some way or another maybe had a. It's difficult to believe that maybe. At first, I thought, well, maybe the father or mother got lost their temper with one of the children and they did something, but not both of them. I mean, that's, yeah, that's the only pick they have available. That's crazy. And I don't know if y'all know it or not, but I'll tell you for the people that are here that don't usually come to the live stream is my wife and I both have two adopted children ourselves. We did not go the foster type thing first. We adopted our daughter Mindy from South Korea when she was 7 months old. She is 38 now. Yeah, I know we're old. And my son is American. We adopted him from Huntsville, Alabama when he was 2 days old. And he is my girl Mindy lives here in Milwaukee area. She's a CPA, a financial analyst at a big company, married to a guy up here. My son is he's a singer-songwriter in Nashville. He has just gotten a deal up there, and we are really happy for him and hoping everything works out. But Nashville is a business. Music industry is a business. So there's a lot of things that are in the behind the scenes that nobody hears about. Dina's got all kinds of stuff. Roro, who is close to Duty Ron, is the boy's biological grandma. Yeah, Jesse, I agree. We have more pictures of our cats and our dogs than I mean, why would somebody only have one picture of their child? And the boys, we went back to the boys. The boys, I really honestly I thought they'll solve this thing. They'll 2 weeks tops. But and I'm wondering if the foster parents have been polygraphed. are asked to take a polygraph. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We have our cat's named Moses. I don't see him. I don't see him. We currently live, for y'all don't know too, we currently live in an RV full time, and we have 2 dogs and a cat that live in the RV with us. And there is our other channel, the 1 million mile road trip that we have on YouTube. Him talking about the dirt that the boys were on the patio. She doesn't want to mess. Makes me think neglect, clothes, children's room, garage, van. I don't know. Could be violence. I don't ever think they made it to California City. I do not think. I don't even think they were there, because the neighbor had a video showing them all getting into the van to go out to eat. And you count those kids out there, there wasn't enough kids to fill the van as far as where the other 2. I don't think they ever made it. I think whatever happened to these kids happened in Bakersfield. That's just my opinion. And here's one thing I don't see too. I don't see this on any of the people that are missing like this. And I stress this, and I don't care. Look, I was a cop all this time. If I have a family member missing, you're gonna have to prize me out of the news places every night. I'm gonna be at every one of these news studios saying, "Hey, let's talk about this tonight. I'll do an interview. I'll be on all these shows." I want my people's name out there, but I don't see it. I agree with you. Is it Nayfolk? Nayfolk? Naya? I'm terrible at names, so please forgive me if I mispronounced it. Naya, maybe? I don't know. Did the neighbors say they had not seen the boys playing outside? Yeah, well, the camera he had, if you go over at some of the camera shows there's a fence, so you really can't see anybody in the backyard. But the foster father went outside and got into the white van and starts driving around the neighborhood. You know. Okay, they have different fathers. I didn't know that. Thanks for telling me. They don't look it in the pictures. Uh, they do not look at in the pictures. Um, oh, neigh like a horse. Well, I'm gonna tell you, I'm liable to say anything as far as the name pronunciation. And you talk about somebody said my accent. Actually, I was in a place the other day, ice cream shop, trying to order me and Medina some ice cream, and there was a young girl in there, and I told her what I wanted, and she just looks at me funny, and I told her again, and she looks at me again, and she said, "I'm sorry, I can't understand a word you said." And I said, "Well, I'll talk slower, maybe that." But see, Medina, my wife, says I can really turn on the southern accent. If I really want to, I can turn it on where it's really southern. But I don't do that. I don't realize it, but it's just the way I talk. None of the kids had been seen for some time before the move. So sad that 6 kids didn't get to run and play outside. You're exactly right, Sketty. My dog would probably get more play outside. I play with him outside all the time. The adopted fathers MO reminds me, adopted fathers, him reminds me of Chris Watts. Yeah. You know, hello, T.S. Jackson. Yes, we are only going to 7 tonight because we have a go out to eat dinner with our daughter.
8:15. We can't be at her house till 8:15.
I know, but we got to.
Hey,
Do
I'm
a
back.
few
I'm
things.
sorry.
Dakota called you, by
okay.
the way. I didn't answer.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to go out and tell the young man that we're staying at his property, give him some banana nut bread and all that kind of stuff.
Did you give him some money?
I'm going to. I'm gonna leave it with Leo in the morning.
Good. Say, when I lived up north for a little while, everyone was in love with my southern accent. I don't even notice. Yeah, I didn't. I don't notice it either. But they look. Everybody says we love your accent. I don't think I have an accent.
The adoptive father's MO reminds me of Chris Watts.
I'm gonna tell you, if you ever watch any of Chris Watts' interviews, he, in my opinion, he is Satan incarnated. He, how he could have taken his 2 little babies and put them down inside of those oil tanks, I will never know. And why? I mean, he buried his wife. Why not just bury the kids?
He did. He barely buried her.
Yeah, but still, I guess, and maybe he couldn't get her in the tank. Maybe that was the issue. But still, he is. There's no remorse. You listen to some of his interviews. He doesn't have any remorse at all.
Just a minute,
Maggie, our dog. I don't know what her issue is.
No. Inside voice.
What is it?
Hey, inside voice. Well, that's a good inside voice. Thank you.
I don't know what our dog's problem is tonight. No, that's not an inside voice.
Inside voice.
Uh,
What? What is wrong? Do you need to go somewhere? Do you need to go outside? Oh, okay.
oh my goodness!
Hush.
Hush.
Okay.
Our dogs are our dog is. We're both of them, but the big lab is. I don't know what her problem is today.
You have to go outside. Come on.
The kids, Orson and Oren, had 2 separate fathers. Is that what somebody said? They had different fathers. Mary, you're probably right. I can't. She's not getting out to eat Mexican. The dog's not. And we're going to a great Mexican restaurant. I don't know the name of it, but it's very, very good. She's upset because you're not taking her to eat Mexican. That's exactly right. She can get over it. All right, Moses, come here. Moses just walked by. I was going to try to let y'all show little Moses. Moses. Kitty. You can see Moses' tail right there, but I was hoping Moses would walk out. He'll probably jump up there on the dash. He loves the dash. Sits up there and watches. If he jumps on the dash again, I'll show you. He usually jumps up on the top of the RV dash and lays out there he's about 20 inches long. Lays up there and looks out the window. Yeah, that's for sure. But it's been an hour here. But anybody want to talk about anything else? And like I said, if you're just coming on, we started an hour earlier than we normally do because our daughter invited us out to eat Mexican tonight, and we leave in the morning headed down south. Now we are stopping halfway, and staying somewhere, and then go down the rest of the way to North Alabama, South Tennessee. Yeah, we have a very healthy cat. Moses is a healthy cat. If I can, I'm gonna lay this down. I'm gonna get Moses and let you see him. He is we hold him upside down, and my everybody says, well, that hold on, just come here, Moses. Wait, I'm gonna lay these right here. Lay him up here. Just a minute. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on just a minute. This is Moses. Moses was a feral cat. We got him. From my father-in-law. He was a barn cat, and you couldn't even hold him. But he is not now. He's a spoiled, rotten cat right now. And Moser, and Moses is a good kitty cat. He bosses the dogs around in the house. But yeah, he's a healthy cat. He eats all he wants anytime. He gets wet food in the morning, and then he gets dry food any time of day that he wants it. Okay, Moses? But you have 3 rescue kittens. Yeah. Well, he's a big old boy. He's my boy. He likes me to tell him that he's a big old boy. You find it very interesting that Trail West told the realtor that he only had 4 kids in August. Right after that giant fire happened at his mother's house. I believe the boys had been missing for longer. Yes, and excuse me. Excuse me. I don't know if y'all ever heard of if anybody dies in a house fire, everybody thinks you've had people try to cover the crime up that they're going to burn up. They don't burn up. Bones will burn, but it takes an extremely hot fire for an extremely long period of time, or like you're getting someone cremated. Just because they die in a house fire, I doubt very seriously that the bones would burn up. I've seen an airplane crash once, and the people burn up inside the airplane. And I thought, when I rolled up on it, I thought it was the seats, foam rubber seats there was burned up, but it turned out that was 2 humans in there. So, I mean, it's pretty identifiable, and it's not fun to work that type of crime or anything, but I don't think they could have died in that. Who's got a Maine Coon cat? I have a black fuzzy. Had Maine Coon in him. I want a Maine Coon cat because they get so daggum big. Do you think he burned the evidence? Possibly not the kids. Yeah. What do y'all think happened to those kids, though? Do you think? I mean, here's the. Hold on, my cat's sleeping. You think about this. When I heard about this case with the 2 boys missing, yeah, he's been in the. Hold on, let me clarify this. Mel Mac, he was a feral cat, but he's been with us now 5 years. He ain't feral no more. He's spoiled rotten. But when I heard about these 2 kids missing, I thought, okay, if say the dad lost his temper and he might have did something to one of the children, then you could say, well, then they could have faked his death by some other way or whatever. But two and brothers, why? First off, you've got all of these kids. Here's some issues I have with this disappearance. The foster parents, is the way I understand it. I know if you were in the foster system, you get paid for your foster children. You get about $1,300 a month per child. So I don't know if he was receiving payment out of the state. And I heard what somebody said, Noel, when he adopted them, he didn't receive that payment. But that's not true. In certain situations where they come out of the foster care system and they adopt them, their payments continue on. I checked into that, and I am correct on that in some states. I don't know about California, but California, maybe somebody here is from California, but California's got, just like where we're at Wisconsin now, they got tons of money that goes into their social type things, where it's housing, meals, foster care, adoption. You know what I mean? They've got a ton of their taxes, like their property tax up here is huge. I mean, I had a 50-acre farm in Tennessee that we used to raise cows on, and I think my taxes were like $600 a year, and because it was under what they call the green law, there was something to do with farming. But even at my house, we had a 2,500 square foot house, and our taxes were like $400 a year, $500 a year property tax. Well, up here, my son-in-law, his mother's got a 5,000 square foot house, and her taxes are, her property taxes like $6,000 a year. So the property tax is huge up here. Now the sales tax is low. And I asked him why that is, and he said, well, because our taxes are used to support the poor, basically. They support the people that are like in the Feed the Hungry, for the homeless, for the foster care. So I'm not sure if Illinois, I'm sure you're like that too. But a lot of the northern states are like that. They put all of their tax money into the social system. And my son-in-law, they're fine with that. They're fine with that. So I don't, in the South, we have low property tax, but then our sales tax 10%. So see, it's one way or another. But T. West lost his employment and couldn't afford all six. However, they were receiving support for the boys, and I think they just couldn't handle parenting 6 kids. Well, you're probably right, but why and here's the only, I guess here's what I was getting at. If they got rid of the children by some means, the 2 of them, doesn't that cut their what they're receiving, their money that they're receiving off? So I don't know. That kind of got Democrats say it was paying $18,000 a year. Wow. Yeah. Property tax is high. Yeah. Not as much to show for the money. In Indiana, could see my tax dollars at work. Yeah, and you're talking about tax dollars here. I'll tell you, we were going up several years ago up through Illinois, and we hit a toll road. And I asked the toll lady, I said, what do y'all spend this daggum tolls for? And she said, to build our highways. I said, well, somebody's putting it in their pocket, because y'all's roads are horrible. And they are horrible. In Illinois roads is some of the worst roads I've seen in my life, and I'm wondering if it's because of snow. You know, you get snow on the road like that, and it's harder to do that. Okay, well, listen, I hate to cut it off here, but
I just got back.
What?
I just got back. You wanna
Okay,
cut it off?
I thought you said we gotta go.
No.
Okay, we got it. We don't have to go right
I'm
now.
sorry. Well, they might want to go.
Uh,
They may be tired of you.
Yeah, they may be tired of me bumping my gums.
Bumping your gums.
But
Maggie's tired. She's been
no,
chasing
no.
black walnuts across the yard. Okay, I forgot. I have to give you some treat.
Yeah. But I'm not sure. That's the only thing that kind of, yeah, I see what they call it potholes. That was the only thing that kind of threw me off with she's coming back cheating no more. There's got to be a story behind the name
What?
Cheated No More. There's got to be I'd love to hear that story. But I think that threw me off. Well, if he gets rid of these two kids, then it's going to drop what he gets per month. I don't know.
What?
It's the Orson Welles kids.
Well, they were going to adopt them, weren't they?
Well, they did adopt them, but in California they still get money.
That's right.
So
That's right.
I don't understand that, but maybe they were, no telling how long they've been missing too. And it just gets me on what could have possibly happened to them. Graceful Lily, that's a beautiful name. Hello, how are you? If you're first time with us, we would appreciate if you would subscribe. We appreciate our new subscribers here and on our RV channel that we do live in an RV full time.
Graceful Lily's been here before.
And we post video at least once a week over there. We just our last video we just posted was Mackinac Island, which we're going back there in the fall.
Nay, folk, I agree with you. You have to be real evil to hurt a child. And
yeah, absolutely.
There are a lot of evil people out there. And there's a lot of evil people in our government involved in it.
Yeah. I don't know if you follow Ashton Cooper. He has been working against child trafficking and human trafficking for years, and he is awesome. He really what he does. He did have a ticket to go up in space. I don't know if you saw that, but his wife mentioned to him that probably wouldn't be a good idea, because in case something happened to him, so he gave his ticket to somebody else.
No, it would be bad. And
Texas.
Who has that?
Kernville, Texas. Welcome.
Lauren Daigle has a song. What is that song that I sent him a message and said this should be your song for the children that are out there.
Mm-hmm. Welcome everybody. If you haven't been here before, we'd appreciate it to do subscribe to our channel. We are on every Tuesday and Thursday unless something comes up. We were not on last
because
Thursday,
again we were out with our daughter.
Because we were out with our daughter, and when she works from home right now, so anytime she can get off, we take advantage of it. Absolutely, they are our future. That is no doubt there.
Rescue.
Yes.
It's Lauren Daigle song Rescue. I'm going to post it in the link. You guys go and listen to it and tell me if it would not be the perfect song for what is going on.
Yeah. And Ashton's doing a great job. He's actually got a he's got a great foundation too.
All right, I'm fixing to post it for you guys.
Yeah, and with anybody hear about Bob Dylan accused of assaulting a 12-year-old back in 1965? Yeah, I didn't hear the age. I heard that he got accused of assaulting a female or something, but I did not hear the age. Well, one thing is, it would be almost impossible to prove, but there's no statute of limitation on rape. Rape and murder is the only two crimes there's no statute of limitation on.
Okay, somebody has asked
I
for
have
us to
not
pray tonight.
seen I have not watched Gray Hughes in a while. What's his theory? Enlighten me, please, because I haven't watched him. I'll be honest with you. I don't have time to watch a lot of people. Teresa Fountain, Suzanne, my friend, who is battling cancer again.
She's
I'm
Susan
very
Morphy's
sorry.
friend.
Oh yeah,
Morphy's
wow. Very sorry about that. You're a Hugh Rock chick. Okay.
Probably huge
Huge.
rock.
Huge rock chick. What did he say about it? What was his theory about it? I mean, I'm interested. Mystic, if you could tell me what Hugh Gray's theory is. Look at Moses up there in the window. Moses came and sat with me a few minutes ago. Let me show you what he does. See him sitting up there looking out the window? That's his permanent perch. He's surveying the area. Hello, Sergeant Melinda. Good to see you. Very good to see you tonight. We actually came on at 6, and because we had to leave for our daughter is taking us out to eat tonight. I don't know if she's paying, but she is taking us out to eat.
Okay, Tam Bennett said he posted a video that could have been an accident where a little girl died and parents panicked and covered it up.
Yes, and you know what? I'm going to tell you what I said. I think we've talked about this multiple times. The Summer Wells case could have been an accidental drowning. It could have been, she did go in the water. The boy said that she was under the water for some time. She could have been a dry drowning, what I've heard it called, or near drowning. If you don't know what that is and you do have a pool, go look it up.
Yeah, especially if you have kids.
Because if you have if you ever get in the, or have your child gets in the water and they get the water down their lungs and they throw up and they throw up some of the water, or they, it was near drowning, take them and have them checked out by a doctor. I know if people they hate to go to the doctor. Oh no, it's nothing, blah, blah, blah. But you can actually have a secondary drowning.
As much as 2 weeks out, they said?
Yeah, up to 2 weeks out.
Hey, I tried. Mystic said, I tried. Now I will wait to be attacked by Gray. What?
What? You tried what? Mystic, what are you talking about?
I don't think you'll be attacked on this channel. We don't attack.
What are you talking about, love, man?
I'm talking kitty cat.
Oh yeah. Our cat is making a debut.
Melinda said she may have drank alcohol.
Well, that's possibly died of alcohol poisoning. Yeah, whatever happened up there with Summer, this is just my opinion. I do not think it was intentional. I think it was an accident that happened, and they freaked out, covered it up, and Thank you for our integrity to keep on the channel fact driven. I also appreciate when you share an opinion based on. I appreciate that, Sadie. I really do. Uh, Known to do that. They all.
He has been known to do that. That is all I will say. I guess she's
Yeah,
thinking
alcohol
he's
and drowning.
no, she's thinking he's going to attack her. Gray is.
Oh, Gray.
I don't know that Gray, so
Well, I don't go over there because I don't. There seem to be some argumented or, and only thing I can say about Gray that I don't approve of, and I don't like talking about other people on here is I just refuse to attack somebody that's making a comment. If you have an opinion, you can
Hush.
tell your opinion as long as you're not attacking somebody on our channel. If you come in here and attack our people that are on our channel because they give their opinion, then I have a problem with that.
Hey, Jane.
But the chance someone is stealing, but what did she say?
Is there a chance someone's stealing blonde-haired, blue-eyed, small kids specifically for trafficking?
Well, that is known to be a trafficking point. Fact, your story.
Yeah, I had our son in Walmart one day, and he had the prettiest white blonde curls and big brown eyes. And I was going through, and somebody behind me said that kid would bring a great price on the black market. And my heart stopped, and before I could grab a hold of Dakota and turn around and look, they were gone. Scared me to death.
Yeah.
And then I had another incident when he was 3 months old where a guy tried to take him out of my arms. Yeah. And I can tell you, I screamed, and it did scare me.
AK was here earlier. I didn't know that AK and Gonzo were in Tennessee. That's great. Really
Gracie,
good.
Hush.
I don't know what Gracie wants.
These dogs.
I think they need water.
Nope, they've got water. They've been fed.
No, pull her up here and let's hold her for a minute. Yeah, it is scary, and
Come here. She don't want me. See?
I don't know what she wants, Sam.
I'm not getting you. Look at Melinda.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody needs to be hugged. Melinda, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much.
It was very frightening, Cheat No More. I will tell you, I was so shaken. I didn't know what to do. And Dakota really was a beautiful, white, blonde, curly-haired boy. Thank
you very much. Yeah, maybe we have a picture of him here that she can send me, and I'll post it when he was little. But he had that white hair.
Both our kids were gorgeous when
brown
they were
brown eyes.
I mean,
he developed brown eyes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, at Walmart, a man walked up, started haggling my baby, and I yelled at him so loud he ran. Yeah.
You know, y'all, I did not know when we were younger and our children were little.
Melinda,
I didn't think anything.
You didn't have to do that, but we do appreciate it.
I didn't think anything about
walking up. We love y'all too.
Walking up and holding a baby's hand or something. And now I see what's going on, and I'm like, you can't touch those kids. I always ask the parents, do you mind if I...
Rose, y'all live in the RV too, full time? Said you sounds like my dog in our RV. Well, we've got 2 dogs and the cat, Moses.
All right, I found it. No, it doesn't really show his...
Wait a minute. Hold on a second here.
Hey, dogs can dry drown. Yeah, Maggie. All right, that's...
Let me see if I can pull this up. Water pet has inhaled. Wow.
Dogs can dry drown too. Many people play catch at the beach and don't know how much water the pet has inhaled. That is true. And
Yeah.
we've been going to the water until Maggie got attacked at the water. We were going there, and a lot of the dogs were just going in the water constantly, chasing balls and coming back. And yeah.
Hey, AK, are y'all in Tennessee? Somebody mentioned that you and Gonzo
He said been there,
are in Tennessee.
been there, left, and back now.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Melinda, thank you.
What is it?
And she gave us some more money. She says, call me about your son's music. Melinda, we'll call you.
Let me.
It'll be later, either later tonight or, yeah, probably later tonight.
Let me see if I can download these real quick. Oops. Where are all those? They didn't come over. Oh, there they are. See if I can download these. Oh, we're running.
Melinda, thank you so much. Rose, do you live in an RV full time, or y'all just?
This is our son when he was growing up. He was tan as everything when he was growing up, but he had that blonde hair and dark brown eyes. He's born with blue eyes, but they developed them into our dark brown eyes.
No, let me tell you the story. So when we got the baby between Mindy and Dakota and the mother changed her mind, I went to my Bible and I opened it up and I said, God, show me something in your word that will give me peace about this situation, because he was upset and crying. I was totally upset because we had our hopes up for this baby for 7 months. And then after he's born, I was in the delivery room and everything. And then after he was born, she changed her mind. And it like to have killed us.
And
but anyway,
it was more at the way she changed her mind.
Yes, it was the way she changed her mind. Her exact words to me was, everybody's effing with me so much. I said, piss on him, I'll keep him.
That
broke my heart. Because,
and now the child's in foster care again.
Well, he was.
Yeah.
He was. When he was 5 years old.
This is a picture of our daughter when she was how old there?
2 years old.
2 years old there, and she was in a Korean outfit.
Okay, so let me finish telling.
Okay. So
I went to God's word and I said, God, show me something in your word that's going to help take away this pain. And I opened my Bible and it fell open to Psalms 37:4, I think it is. Delight yourself in the Lord and he will give you the desires of your heart. And so I closed my Bible and I said, God, the desire of my heart is a little boy with blonde hair and big brown eyes, but I'll take whatever you give me. And when Dakota was 9 months old, I was holding him, and all you mothers know this. I was holding him, and Tommy looked at me and he said, are you sorry God didn't give you what you wanted? And I said, what are you talking about? And he said, you wanted a little boy with big brown eyes, and his eyes are sky blue. And I said, God gave me what he wanted me to have. Y'all, within 2 months, his eyes went to the deepest brown you've ever seen. And babies' eyes usually don't change at 9 or 10 months old. So God gave me what I wanted.
And now he's...
Wow. Her friend Janet was born with brown eyes, and they stayed brown for many years and then turned blue. Wow.
I wish I could show you. I wish I could show you the...
There, look at that baby boy. You got it up there, Dakota. Yeah. Thank you. She was a beautiful baby and still is.
I wish I could. Who's that?
This. Jane said she agrees with you that Summer may have been an accident.
I mean, because, you know, every time you see the mother on there, she seemed like she's intoxicated or she's on something, or that may just be how she talks. I don't know.
Okay.
She's slow. And then the father has admitted that he's back on drinking and
Everybody's asking
doing
about
all that
PayPal. I don't know the PayPal link.
stuff.
Oh, hey, if your eyes change color, see an eye doctor ASAP. I didn't take him to see an eye doctor. I just assumed God gave me what he wanted. He wanted me to
Hey,
have.
Melinda, thank you very much. Melinda, do you know our PayPal, how it's listed? Because I don't know how that.
And also, we had a request for prayer on here. So, if any of you do not want to pray, it is fine. You can say goodnight, and we will wait just a few minutes, and then we'll go into prayer. If you have a prayer request, if you will put it down, I will try to go over the prayer request as I pray. I would like for you guys to be praying for Afghanistan and what's going on over there. That is.
I fear for the kids. I fear for the women over there because I'm afraid that I think that I'm afraid that what's going to happen to the women over there. I think actually the PayPal, isn't it just? I think it's.
That's it. She got the right link.
Nobody is it? How do you find it?
It's the green. You didn't put it under the missing. You put it under green 333 LLC.
Okay.
So the green 333 LLC is it. But but anyway, the church grows when it is persecuted. Y'all know that. But I fear for the ones that are going to go through the persecution right now because you're okay, Dorothy.
Yeah, and also the earthquake victims in Haiti. Also, you're exactly right.
Okay. So Dorothy, her daughter just called and she got a bad mammogram. Okay.
Oh.
No.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you.
God.
Here's something too, though. You know, you had a spot on your breast years ago, and it turned out to be scar tissue.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a absolute bad deal.
I mean, I went through the needle biopsy, everything, and the doctor came out and said there's a 5% chance it's cancer. What do you want to do? And I said, leave it alone. I told you it's scar tissue where my son elbowed me. And he said, if it was your wife, what would you do? And the doctor said I'd take it out. And so they took it out. And but I will tell you, I got the best deal. I got the best joke on him and my mother because when the doctor came out, he said it was scar tissue. Don't know where it came from. I said, Doc, do you have a couple of extra plastic gloves I can borrow? And he kind of looked at me like I was crazy. And so anyway, I blew them up, and I had a shirt that was really big, and I blew them up and put them under my shirt like this. And when they wheeled me out, my mom and Tommy turned around and they both were in shock.
Yeah.
But it lightened it up. I'm very cheat no more. I'm very upset too. I can't even imagine what those people are going to be going through because those are barbaric. I don't know how another human being.
Thank you for everybody that donates to my our PayPal or anywhere. We are not asking you to do that. We appreciate it, but we realize now how hard it is for people, and it's not required. Okay, no. We don't want to ever make you feel like you have to. We deeply appreciate it, and we love you very much, no matter what.
I was Tommy and I was driving to downtown Milwaukee today, and I started praying for Afghanistan and the women and the children and even the men that are going to be killed, the ones that helped America that they can't seem to get out for whatever reason. The 11,000 Americans that are over there, and over the weekend they only airlifted 1,500 out. 11,000 Americans. That doesn't count the ones that helped us, the Afghanis that helped us. And the cruelty of mankind to mankind and to animals is absolutely
love you too,
out of this.
Sure
it's out of this world. and it's demonic. And I just feel like that. I told God, anytime you want to send Jesus back, it's okay with me. I'm ready.
And I'm not going to get into the horrific things that the Taliban's done over there to people like the Israeli pilots and other stuff they've captured. AK, I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. If any of you served in the military and Sergeant Melinda, I'm sure that you've been deployed, and you've seen how these people act, and there's no humanity in them inside their lives at all. There's no humanity. Life, it's just like the games in the United States. Life and death means nothing. It's what they see on TV type thing.
No, it doesn't mean anything. Okay, so if y'all don't care, let's pray. And let's.
Who was it that had the
I'm fixing to go back up there and look and see if I can find it. Dorothy's daughter. If y'all have prayer requests, if you'll put them in here, I'll try to get to them all. But just know this, I don't have to get to them all, because our God, we don't even have to express our fears, our anger, our hurts, or anything. Our God knows our heart, but he likes it when we say to him, God, I need you. I need you during this situation. I need your peace. And so let's just go to God real quick, and just y'all pray as I'm praying. Just pour out your heart to God. Tell him your feelings, because he already knows everything anyway. Okay, AK. You know what, AK? There's a Bible verse for that one too. Wisdom. It comes from God. Father, we come to you, and right now, God, we just thank you for who you are. You are a mighty God who loves us. You created us for a purpose and for a reason. Psalms 139 says that you created us in our mother's womb. You know every word we're going to say, every day we're going to live, every hair on our head. God, there's nothing about us, our DNA and everything. You know everything. And so, God, we come to you right now as just human beings, asking that you just guide us and direct us. Guide me in our prayers. Father, AK asked for wisdom, and you said wisdom comes from God. And Jeremiah 33:3 says, call on me, and I will show you great and mighty things which you do not know. And so, God, we call on you right now for this situation in Afghanistan, God, these Christians that are going to be murdered, God, sacrificed. God, we know how horrible the Taliban is, but God, we know you are a mightier God. And God, we ask that you intervene and you save those people, God, the ones that call Jesus their God. Father, we pray right now for Dorothy's daughter who got a bad mammogram report. God, that's just a doctor's report. That's not your report. And so, God, we pray right now in Jesus' name that you will begin to pour healing through Dorothy's daughter's heart and her body and her mind. God, that you will give her a peace that passes all understanding. That, God, when she goes to bed tonight, that she will not be full of fear and anxiousness, but the peace of God will just help her sleep and wake up refreshed in the morning. God, give her wisdom about what she needs to do, a second mammogram, whatever they need to do, God. Just let her know that this didn't catch you by surprise, God, because you knew her when she was in her mother's womb. God, I pray for all the missing children and women and men that are being held captive right now, that are being forced to do things they don't want to do. God, these children that keep coming up missing all over America. God, I pray in Jesus' name that you will wrap your arms around them right now. God, that song, Rescue, God, they need to know that you hear their cry. And God, I pray that... Yes, okay. God, I pray that those children will hear your whisper in their ear, and they will know that help is on the way. God, I don't know how this all ends. I just know that this world we live in right now is really bad. And God, right now we know, we heard that the soldiers that fought in Afghanistan and Iraq and all those years of deployments and all, that they're having a hard time dealing with this, these soldiers that are at home. And so, God, I pray right now for the soldiers that have already spent their life and their blood and everything over there trying to do what's right. God, I pray that you will pour your peace over them. God, make the chemical connections in their mind be right. Let it be the way you created them to be. Don't let depression and anger and bitterness and unforgiveness fill their hearts, God. Don't let them be so anxious that they want to just do away with their own life. God, I pray that you will bring people alongside of them that can talk them through this, that can help them, that can guide them. Your word is all they need. And God, I pray that there will be people that will step up and give them the word of God, because you created them for a purpose. And their purpose, as long as they're breathing, is not done. And so, God, we just ask, Father, that as we go about our day, that we don't forget those that are lost, they're not lost to you, that are missing to us, but they're not missing. You know where they are. God, I pray that you will lift up the skirts of all the countries around the world that are dealing with this with this with the children being taken, and the men and the women, and the sexual perversion that's going on. I pray that you will lift it up and expose it to your light. And God, that we will deal with it as a nation, as a country. God, that this that's been going on will stop. Our children do not need to be prey out there for these people to just come and take. God, we love you, and we know, God, that with you all things are possible. God, I pray for the children that are still in their mother's womb right now, that tomorrow may be their last day. I pray you will give those mothers dreams and visions about those children that they're carrying, and they will not go to an abortion clinic, God. There are too many people that would help them and love them, their babies. And so, God, I pray that the mothers that are out there will make the right decision to give their children life, that they will choose life. And God, we just pray all this in Jesus' holy name. Amen.
Man. And y'all remember, like I said, like Sergeant Melinda said, Kelsey Echo, Michelle Lloyd's daughter, Michael Chambers' daughter, niece, the new sheriff, you know.
Michael Chambers' case needs to be settled.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, we need to run, and y'all can pray that all this stuff I'm fixing to eat don't go right in my stomach, make my stomach bigger.
We love you guys. Thank you for joining us every Thursday and Tuesday and Thursday night.
Absolutely. We love y'all. Y'all have a great day, and we hope to see you Thursday night. We should be back in Tennessee Thursday night.
Melinda said that she's been asked to volunteer to talk to the soldiers. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I know a bunch of retired SEAL team members. I'm sure they're going to a bunch too.
And y'all, we need to pray for our government, because they've made some decisions that's going to cost people lives now, and it's not something that can't be turned around. It would be tough to go back over there. I mean, he sent 7,000 troops over there, so pray for our troops that are going to be in the line of fire.
All right, y'all. We love y'all very, very much. Thank you for everything you do for this channel and our other channel, our 1 Million Mile Road Trip, and we hope to see you over there. And God bless all of you. We love you and thank you. Good night.